Compact crossovers have advantages. They're easy to park, surgical through urban traffic, and easy on fuel. They also swallow boxes that sedans simply can't handle. Audi's Q3, which looks very much like this Q5, only left in the dryer a bit longer, is a good-looking rig. That's what Audi does. A front driver begins at around 35 grand. Add Quattro, that's all-wheel drive in Audi speak, plus a few options to this small ute, and the sticker grows to nearly 43 large.
Spend that kind of money, and it's foolish not to cross-shop the competition. In this case, it's the BMW X1, Mercedes GLA, and Lexus NX.
This 2016 model gets a light refresh. The grille is the biggest clue. Unlike the A3 sedan and new Volkswagen Golf, Q3 does not ride on the new MQB platform. The 2-liter 4-cylinder is turbocharged with 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a snappy 6-speed gearbox with paddle shifters. Audi Drive Select lets you tune stuff like throttle response. Time your runs to 60 miles an hour much? It happens in just under 8 seconds with Q3.
If you're running the quarter mile against the GLA or X1, you're gonna lose.
Stats and figures are deceptive, though. In everyday driving, this is a satisfying vehicle. Part of it is the nimble size, but it's the refinement that really shines. It's fairly quiet at speed.
Q3 suspension is not overly stiff, and the ride quality is comfortable. Still, it's fun to chuck in the corners.
There are sporty sedans that are less fun to drive. Fuel economy is lowest in class. With all-wheel drive, I averaged about 21 miles per gallon. It prefers premium fuel.
I find Q3's throttle response a little sluggish unless Audi Drive Select is in dynamic and the transmission is in sport.
Overall, the pilot will enjoy driving this compact crossover. They'll appreciate the cockpit too. Audi's reputation for elegant design and quality materials is present and accounted for. Sport seats hold firmly in corners with generous bolsters. It boggles my brain that Audi still ships cars without a USB port and this proprietary cord with a connector that Apple changed, 3 years ago? Backup cameras are optional on some premium brands. It's standard on Q3. I'm sure this girl appreciates that. Another plus, the MMI user interface is pretty straightforward.
If you're hauling child seats in and out of the Q3, know that the door opening is a little on the small side. I'm 5'9" and I'm comfortable back here. Wouldn't want it any smaller though.
The normal storage cubbies are found here, and phones can be charged. No heated seats, though. There are belts for 3. I suggest stopping at 2.
Q3's forward-leaning back pillar certainly is stylish, but it does eat into cargo space.
There's not much help under here. Yes, the back seats split and fold, and if you hit the slopes often or need a couple 2x4s, the outside positions stay usable. Or maybe you need a lot of this stuff. In that case, you can just pack in half a dozen bundles. Simply put, the Q3 delivers the Audi crossover experience in fun size, if only it were priced accordingly. Americans seem to be embracing the concept that luxury vehicles don't have to be the size of an aircraft carrier and that the 4 rings command a premium. For singles and couples, Q3 offers a practical and polished driving experience. I'm all about buying options, and all the while I drove this Audi, I kept thinking its biggest competitor is the Mazda CX-5. No, the Mazda's drivetrain is not as refined and the interior not as rich, but for those who can't afford the premium brands, it offers a great driving experience, attractive design, and high-tech stuff such as auto braking and radar-assisted cruise control for thousands of dollars less. Just playing the devil's advocate here.
That is my opinion of the 2016 Audi Q3. I will now leave you with my best advice, which is test drive, test drive, test drive. I know I sound like a bit of a broken record, but there are some amazing things going on in the automotive world. If you're not out there with your hands on the technology and driving the cars, you really don't understand it. So get out there, experience things, test drive. All right? That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.